Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum, I'm Ayman. The topic we are going to discuss today is the basics of option prices. Before we start it, we need to know that what is derivatives, what is option, and types of option, such as call option and put option, which will help us to better understand our main topic. After that, we will discuss about the components of options and types of option contract. So let's start. Derivatives. Derivative is defined as a financial instrument whose values derive from their underlying variables or assets. Most common underlying assets or variables include interest rate, bonds, stock, currencies, and commodities, etc. So these are the some variables assets which help us to drive the value of financial instrument. And there is total four type of financial derivative instruments such as forward contract, future contract, option, and swap. But our main focus in this lecture is on option. Options. An option is a contract between two parties, a buyer, the holder of the option, and a seller, trader of the option. An option gives the buyer the right, but not the obligation, to purchase or sell the underlying asset at a specified strike price on a specified date, depending on the form of the option. So next we discuss the types of option. There are only two types of option, call option and put option. Call option. A call option gives the holder the right to buy the underlying asset at a specified price within a specified date. Put option. A put option gives the holder the right to sell the underlying asset at a specified price within a specified date. So the difference between call option and put option is the right of the holder. In call option, the holder buyer has the right to buy the underlying asset, and in put option, the holder buyer has the right to sell the underlying asset. Call option can only exercise when current price of underlying asset is greater or higher than the strike price, but put option can only exercise when strike price is higher or greater than the current price of underlying asset. So our next topic is component of option. Strike price. A strike price is the price at which a specific derivative contract can be exercised within a specified date. In short, we can say the strike price is the price of the underlying assets when it comes to derivative contract for a specific period. The term is mostly used to describe options in which prices are fixed in contract. So now we start our main topic, basics of option prices. Option prices is basically known as the option premium, which are composed sum of its intrinsic value and time value. Or we can say option premium is divided into two components, intrinsic value and time value. The formula of option premium is intrinsic value plus time value. Now we try to understand what the intrinsic and time value are. Intrinsic value is one of the key drivers for an option premium and help us to know that how much of the premium is made for the price differences between the current price of underlying asset and the strike price. So the formula of intrinsic value is current price of underlying asset minus strike price. We understand this by an example. Assume an investor owns a call option on a stock that is currently traded at rupees 60 per share. The strike price of the option is rupees 55 and the option premium is rupees 8. So what is its intrinsic value and time value? As we know the formula of intrinsic value, current stock price minus strike price. We will put the value in the formula. The current stock price is rupees 60 per share and the strike price of the option is rupees 5. When we subtract the strike price from the current stock price, means 60 minus 55, then we will get the rupees 5 intrinsic value of the total premium of rupees 8. Intrinsic value is very important because if the option premium is primarily made up of intrinsic value, the option value and profitability are more dependent on the movement in the underlying stock price. So next one is time value. Time value is also known of the contract for a specified period. The formula of time value is option premium minus intrinsic value. We also understand this by an example. As you can see example, the option premium is rupees 8 and intrinsic value is rupees 5. When we subtract intrinsic value from the option premium, means 8 minus 5, then we will get the time value which is rupees 3. Investors are more willing to pay a premium for an option if it has time remaining until expiration because there is more time to earn a profit. The longer the time remaining, the higher the premium since investors are willing to pay for that extra time for the contract to become more profitable. Remember one thing, the underlying stock price needs to move beyond the option strike price in order to have intrinsic value. The more time that remains on the contract, the higher the probability the stock price could move beyond the strike price and having profitability. As a result, time value plays a very significant role in not only determining an option premium but also the likelihood of the contract expiring in the money or profitable. So at the end of example, when we add the rupees 5 and rupees 3 to the option premium formula, then we will get the option premium, which is rupees 8. So basically this is the way to find the option premium. The main question arises, when does an investor exercise a call option? So we already discussed in previous slide, an investor only exercises a call option when the current stock price is greater than the strike price or unless it's profitable or in the money. So we add strike price to the option premium and it is rupees 63. So rupees 63 is the break-even point. Therefore, the investor will exercise the option only if the stock is above rupees 63. I hope you guys understand this. In the next slide, we discuss about time decay. Over time, as the expiration dates approaches, the time value decreases. The less time left on the option, the less incentive an investor has to pay the premium since there is less time to make a profit. So the whole process of declining time value is called the time decay. It means as the option's expiration dates draw near, the probability of earning a profit becomes less likely, resulting in an increasing decline in the time value. End of our lecture, we discuss the types of option contract. The first one is at the money. At the money is the situation where our option strike price is equal to the current price of the underlying asset or current stock price. Means there is no profit and no loss. The second one is in the money. In the money term is used to describe a call option strike price is below or less than the current price of the underlying asset or a put option strike price is higher or greater than the current price of the underlying asset. We already discussed it in previous slide. So in short, it describes the profitability of the holder in the option contract. So the last one is out of the money. Out of the money is term used to describe a call option strike price is higher or greater than the current price of the underlying asset or a put option strike price is lower than the current price of the underlying asset. So in short, it describes the unprofitability or loss of the holder in the option contract because this is opposite of the above one. So our lecture is completed. If you guys have any query, you can ask me in chat box. Thank you.